Good evening, StreamYard and YouTube fans. I have to apologize. I had to check something out. I got a mysterious looking package today when I opened the mail. Yeah, it's blue and silvery and shiny and looks nice and neat. And Rob has a couple of these. And nice little letter from the creator, Glenn McMahon. And I've got the Wrestling Legends of the Southeast. I'm going to do this old-fashioned. Just rip it open like a bag of chips. Yeah. And the reason why I got the Southeast is because, as you know, Kentucky is in the Southeast as far as basketball goes. I did find out that there are some other editions of this that would also work for me. The idea of the Mid-South, the Midwest, there's a Tennessee version, and then there's also the Legends of Wrestling. There are about 4 or 5 that would be. Instruction manual. Yeah, I just want to pull this out, and I want to see who some of these legends are, see if I actually know any of them, see if I've heard of them, any of them before. Yeah. It's got a belt. It's got these stipulations for checking who wins, that type of thing. Boosters, something I haven't seen Rob use yet. And the idea of tag teams, we'll look at the tag teams first. Dennis Condrey and Phil Hickerson. Brothers Monroe, Rocket Monroe, and Flash Monroe. The Corsican brother, Corsicans, it doesn't say brothers, but that's kind of, I think, how I know them, the Corsican brother. Corsica Gene and Corsica Joe. Look like elves to me. California Hippies. Party Patrol. Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden. Southern Boys, Steve Armstrong and Tracy Smothers. The Bass Brothers, Ron Bass and Don Bass. The Fields Brothers, Lee Fields and Bobby Fields. Lucas and Dennis Hall. The Hines Boys, Billy Boy Hines and Bad Boy Hines. Rip Tyler and Rob Kelly. The Nightmares, Danny Davis and Ken Wayne. Jerry Stubbs and Arn Anderson. The Interns, Intern 1 and Intern 2. They look like the Ultimate Destroyer or something that Rob has in his set. And the Dirty Daltons, Jack Dalton and Frank Dalton. Those are the tag teams. Now let's check out the wrestlers. Let's see. Bob Armstrong, Adrian Street, Bill Ash, Don Fargo, The Flame, Danny Little Bear. Looks like that Chief Wahoo. Looks like Chief Wahoo, kind of. Mario Galento, the Tennessee Stud, Robert Fuller, Roy Lee Welch, looks like the $6 Million Man, D.I. Bob Carter, Moondog Spot, Terry Lathan, Dave Ritchie, Doug Furness, Dynamite Dick Dunn, the Welsh Wizard Tony Charles, Lester Welch, Burhead Jones, Jerry Stubbs, Ken Lucas, the Tennessee Stud Ron Fuller. That's the second half of that tag team. Wildcat Wendell Cooley, Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony, Action Mike Jackson, Ravishing Randy Rose, I've heard that name, Nightmare Ken Wayne, Crash John Rich, Herb Welch, the Detroit Demolition, Buddy Fuller, the Big C Don Carson, Loverboy Dennis Condrey, Billy Spears, Nightmare Danny Davis, Cowboy Bob Kelly, Gentleman Ken Timms, Jimmy Golden, Norvay Austin, Dr. Tom Pritchard. I hate to say this, but this guy looks like the Cowardly Lion for some reason. Roberto Soto, Scott Armstrong, Tracy Smothers, the Wrestling Pro. Looks like that one of those interns, and Steve Armstrong. It looks like each one of these guys has a trait that they're well known for. I see missile drop, back suplex, jaw jacker, super kicker. So I'll have to look at this and figure it all out. But that'll give me something to look at and something to do. But I literally ordered this on the 7th, and it just came today. So not very long at all. All right, but that's not why you're here. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I think what it is I promised you a race today, and I'm going to do that. We are in the land down under. We're at the Thunderdome today. There's no change for escape or repair. And I'm also planning on doing Las Vegas Speedway. I'm taking a break between the second race and the third race. And you say, well, how are you going to do that? Well, it's simple. The way people finish in race 2 is how race 3 will start. And so kind of back-to-back races. 15 intermittent, 15 20 minute between races. Um, and I won't be able to do, uh, points in that right off the bat, but I will come back and let you know. Um, there is no eliminator the first race. The second race, we will have an eliminator, and that's because it's race 3, and I'm doing the eliminator thing in honor of Dale Earnhardt. So I think it's only fitting that in race 3 we use the eliminator. Will we lose half the field like we did last time? I don't know. I do know that pedal to the metal is. We are using pedal to the metal. We are going to be using, if we roll a 5 or a 6, to roll for to see if, basically roll for escape to see if there's a derailment or not. If there's a derailment, then they roll for escape. If they roll what they need, they'll stay. If not, they'll have to roll for trouble and problem and stuff like that. And that's the one thing that I didn't really do too much of last time, is the idea of problem and trouble. And I'm going to be rectifying that. And the other thing is coming out of the pit, I was looking at one of Chris Stratomatic Delaware's, and I didn't know that the top group, you roll in the top group to see who challenges the leader, and I didn't do that, so that's my fault. And I will do that this time. And I have to go get the trouble sheets and the rare event sheets, so give me a second. Alrighty, I'm back. And the other thing that I didn't do, that I didn't realize, is that when one person, gets knocked out of the race, I didn't realize that, like, if you're on lap, say 2, it's like there's a cleanup lap, so there's no lead change, and it's like a caution, kind of a caution lap. And the other thing is, when I had the big car pile up, I should have gone down 2 more. So if it would have been, say, lap 2, the next lap, I would have skipped laps 3, 4, and 5. So this race should have been a lot less than, I think it was about almost 2 hours it took me to do 25 laps. So with that being said, we'll go down to the track. And what I'm going to do, and I'll show it to you here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch between the game board and the dice. And it's just pretty much that and that. That way I don't have to use OBS StreamYard, and when I use OBS StreamYard, there's a lot of lag, and that's not a good thing. But we are in Australia. We're at the Thunderdome. with that being said, we will go down to the race and we'll start the race. All right, race fans, we are starting lap 1. Right, we have 4 and 5. That is the middle group. And that's TV, since we don't have TV drivers. What we're doing is we are doing pedal to the metal. So we are starting with the pedal to the metal. And wait a minute. That is a 9. So that is Papa Rob. And let's see, does he have any teamies with him? I don't think so. So, so let's roll for Colorado's Kid to see if he is in the train. Is he? No, it is just Papa Rob this time. Just Papa Rob. And he needs a 4 or less. Okay. Oh, and he does not go anywhere because the roll was 6, so Papa Rob doesn't go anywhere. Oh, which means since I rolled a 6, do we roll for it? Is he derailed? And the answer is yes. So he will have to roll an escape, and his escape is 7. All right. And he fails the escape. So, and that's the other thing. All drivers are D grade pit crews, with the exception of, I had to write it, with the exception of Bobby, Chris Stratt, and D. Scott. That's because they are the 3 YRL champions. And I also gave it to Big Don because he won the first race. Each of those 4 will get 1 extra gas pedal, and they will also, if they fail a control check, they will get an extra roll, which means if they get in the top group and they failed and they had an extra one, they could go after the leader. So, all right, let's get back to the race. All right. So this is, I think it's the idea of problem. Let's see here. So D is 8 and 5. So we will see if it's trouble. He has to get 8 or less, and he gets 8. So he's able to, his pit crew's able to get him back on track, which means he's behind P-Jet, and everybody else moves up one space. All right, now we roll to see if can Chris Stratt move up to the next group. Yes, he can. And everybody slides in the bottom group slides up one. All right, and that puts Papa Rob way down there in 43rd. And for lap one, okay, one lap is in, and Rob leads one lap. Okay, let's go to the next. Let's go to the next lap. Lap two, that is one. That will be top group. 6 will be smart. All right. Oh, smart. That's Big Don. All right. And so we will do necessary checks. And he will not, because he has 6 and he needed 4. So next person is Delon's. And he has 3, that's enough. All right, he's going, I didn't have, and that's 6. So that's an automatic pass. So Rob moves back to 3rd. And we go to hammer time. And that is 5. He fails the gas check. So Delon's is your leader after lap 2. Right. Takes us to lap 3. Top group. And that's 6. That will be smart again. We're looking at the smart quality. Big Don. Let's try. That's a gas. Gas is okay. Oh, he didn't have to roll the 2. And he fails because Delon's has a smart quality, so that's 3, but he does get, because like what I said, he does get, because he has an asterisk for this race, he gets to roll again. He gets a second roll. 2, and he fails for the second time. Rob is going to try to rest his spot back in the top. 1, and Delon's has 3, and it's only 2, so he fails. And that goes to hammer time. 3, check. And Delon's also has 3, so he fails the brake check. So Delon's will lead for the second lap, the second for 2 laps, and we go to lap 4. We go to lap 4. 2 is top group. 6 is smart again. Wow. We're checking the smart again, and that our first one is Big Don. Three and five. Big Don will take the lead, sending DeLon's back. Okay. And our next, Rob is going to try. And that's enough. And Big Don has three, so Rob won't. So we go to hammer time. Passes the gas, and he needs, basically he would need four, and he does not have the four. So Big Don is our new leader. Right. Go to lap 5. 1 and 8. We are, that's the top group. 8 is Star. And Michael B starts us out. 3. And that will be Michael B will be our new leader. Right. David Demos. And that is 2. But he fails the brake check. And that's it for lap 5. So Michael B is our new race leader. Okay. Go to lap 6. Right. Oh, wait a minute. I have to re-roll that because I messed up on the dice. It's 5. 5, 5, 5. That is a rare result. Okay, and that will be the bottom group, it looks like. So we will roll 2 dice, bottom group. The 35. Driver incident, bottom group. We have to find out who the driver is. $63 will be driver 21. So that means he will have to, so that means Keith Avalon will have to roll for escape, which means he needs 6 or less. And he fails that. Okay. So let's do the trouble. We're still in the first, and he is a D driver, so he needs an 8 or less. And that was a 6. So Keith Avalon will move to the back, and everybody moves up 1. Up a ram. Okay. And Michael B is our leader. Okay. And we roll to see who gets, we're rolling here for fast pit. And that will be the bottom group. And okay, so this will be the bottom group. All right. Keith has a fast pit of 6, and nope. Rob, 5. Yes, he gets chip. Okay. P-Jet, 5 or less. He gets 5. Yes. Paul Govier, 5 or less. 6. No. D. Scott got 8. He needed 3. No. JB Gorman, yes. Needed a 7 and got a 7. 7 OG, 7, and he got an 8, so no. Fast Eddie needed a 4, he got a 9, so no. Alan Shaw needs 4, no. Sean D, he needed 5, he got an 8. Harris Jessup needed a 7, he got a 4. Steve R, 10 will not do it. Danny and Gray, yes. He needed 6, he got 2. Candy, 6, she needed a 5. Iron Horse needs a 5. He gets a 7. Amish Elvis, oh, needed a 4 and got a 5. Glenn P got a 7. He needed only a 5. Festus Gerber needs an 8 or less, and he gets a 9, so no. Clinton Parks, that's box car, so he will not get it. Bobby Catalano, she needed a 6 and she got a 7. Ken Castro, 4 or less. She's got a 9. David Little needs an 8, and he gets 7, so yes. Okay, Michael P. Needed a 7 or less. He got a 9, so no. Darla needed 4. She got a 10, and Tim Tribe fan needed a 5, and he got a 7. So we will have to go, and we will have to rearrange our group. Put David Little, so that takes Danny and Gray up to 21. Okay. All right, so Papa Rob goes from 42nd to 25th. All right, let's fill in. All right. Now there's only one thing left to do, and we've got to can I do what we've got to see who is challenging the leader out of, oh, there they are. Who's challenging the leader, and what is the gas rating? That will be hammer time. And then it's, well, I'm sorry. No, it's not hammer time. That will be that'll be Delon's. He's got a gas of 1. So he is strictly all gas coming out of the pits. So Michael B will be moved back to 5, and Delon's is our new leader. All right. So going through to lap 8, Delon's is our leader. Nobody has wrecked yet. Only a train of 1, and that pushed Papa Rob to the back of the field. But he has since moved up to 25 and takes us to lap 8 of 25. All right, let's go back down to the field. And we've got a 3, which is a problem in the middle group. And 34. Let's see. Where are my charts? That's for results. Okay, so I'm going to have to roll a red and a white for this. That's 16, middle group. That would be driver 1 on the even side. That would be MP Fox. So MP Fox will have to roll for an escape, which is 7 or less. And he's got a 6. So he stays in the race, but moves to the back. Okay, now does Dave Little move up? No. Danny and Gray? Yes. Okay. And then everybody will be moved forward. All right. And that's the end of turn 8. DeLons is still our leader. Okay. We'll go to lap 9. One and 3. Top group. That will be a problem in the top group. All right. And that's basically, we just roll 1 to 6. And that will be hammer time. And escape of 6. No. Now, we're still in the first third. Are we? Yes, we're still in the first third. So he needs a 5 or less. And he gets a 4, so he will move to the back of the pack. Can Keith White move up to the top group? No. Colorado Kid? Yes. Okay, can Dave Little move up to the middle group? No. Harris Jessup, can he? No. JB Gorman? Yes. And everybody moves up 1. Right. And DeLons, that is the leader after 9 laps. And we're at the second third of the race, which means the pit crew grade numbers that you are needed are going to be a little bit less. It's going to be a little bit harder. Okay. Okay, lap 10. That's going to be bottom group. In 11, there is a trouble. That will be a trouble. Let's see who that is on. 56. That will be driver 18. Okay, which doesn't make sense because this says, oh, wait a minute, bottom group. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That will be Alan Shaw. We roll for trouble. Being as we're in the second third, he needs a 6 or less to stay in the race. And he gets a 7. So Alan Shaw will be our first person out of the race. Right. Okay. How did he do last time? Actually, he did pretty good. So he's going from good to crummy. All right. And that was lap 10. Delons has led the last 4 laps. Takes us to lap 11. All right. Okay, that is, you saw that, that was 5. 5 and 5. That is bottom group. Well, 5 and 5, it's bottom group, but it's TV. So this is a pedal to the metal. That will be a pedal to the metal. And this is in the back group, so that would be 11. That means it would start with Festus Gerber. No teammates with him, so is Glenn P going to go with him? Yes. Will Amish Elvis go with him? No. So it's just the two, just Festus Gerber and Glenn P. Will Clinton Parks go back? Yes. Bobby Catalano? Yes. Ken Castro? Yes. Michael P? Yes. Darla? Yes. Tim Tribe fan? Yes. Papa Rob? That's a no. But now we have to roll to see if the train was derailed. The answer is no. So Festus and Glenn go up with no problems. And everybody else falls in behind them. So there was no train derailment that time. Right. And that's the end of lap 11. So Delon's still leading. Oh. And I just noticed that when Alan was, when he got off the track, when he derailed or whatever, had that trouble, I didn't account for that. So we are not on lap 12, we are on lap 13 of this race. All right. So we would go back to the race. We are halfway through. We are halfway through our race. Delon's is leading. Right. It's top group. And it's a trouble. Okay. Who is the lucky recipient here? 9. Red says red dice indicates specific driver in top group, unless doubles. If doubles, it's the leader. So in this instance, it's Colorado Kid. So he will have to roll for escape. And he needs 6 or less, and it's 7. So we collect him. And we are in the second portion of our race. So being a D grade, he needs a 3 or less, and he will be out of the race. So Colorado Kid comes in, will be 43rd, comes in 43rd. Good. Okay. And that means Delon's led that lap. And there was caution. So there was a caution lap, so that leads us to lap 15. Oh, and before we do lap 15, we got to see if Keith can go up. And yes, he can. And that means everybody else okay. What about David Little? Can he move up? Yes, he can. Everybody moves down. That leaves us with 43 drivers. Okay. And we are in lap 15. 5 is bottom group. We're looking at 5, which would be TV in the bottom, so that's going to be pedal to the metal. And we're looking at 11. See who that is. That'll be Tim Tribe fan, or we're going to add. Yeah, that's going to be Tim Tribe fan. There's nobody. So What about Amish Elvis? Will he make this train? No, it's just Tim Tribe Fan. Okay, can he move in front of Darla? Yes. Can he move in front of Michael P? Yes. What about Ken Castro? Yes. What about Bobby Catalano? Yes. Clinton Parks? Yes. What about Glenn P? Yes. What about Festus Gerber? Yes. What about Papa Rob? That is no. Now we're going to have to check for escape here. The answer is no. So move up Tim Tribe Fan to 23rd. Put all the drivers back. Right. And that is the end of lap 15. We go to lap 16. Right. Lap 16. 6, that is pedal to the metal. All right. Are we going to, let's see, start, that would be starting with Roger Ward. Okay. No. But are we going to add to that? No, it'll start with Roger Ward. Okay. What about VR Wells? Yes. What about ID Jester? No. So it's just going to be Roger Ward and VR Wells. Can they pass Phantomatic? Yes. Can they pass me? Yes. Can they pass G-Puck? Yes. Can they pass Keith White? No. Now, is there train wreck or not? Yes. So we will have to roll for escape. 6 or less for Roger Ward. That is 7. We are in the second third. So he has to roll a 3 or less to stay in the race. He does not. So Roger Ward is out of the race. What about BR Wells? Can he? And he gets the escape, so he moves up to 8th. And we fill in the positions. All right. Okay, can Harris Jessup move up? No. P-Jet? Yes. Okay, and everybody else moves up. That means there are, all right. right. That means Roger Ward comes in, what? I guess that would be 42nd there. Okay. That means DeLons was the leader for that lap and lap 17. So normally the lap 17 is the pit lap, but because of the caution, there was you have to basically go an extra lap. So we are doing our fast pit now. Right. Let's check it out. See which group is fast pitting. And that will be the middle group. All right. Fiberglass, no. David Little, 8 less, yes. So he will get 2 chips. All right. JV Gorman, no. Danny and Gray, no. Oh, wait a minute. Danny and Gray, yes. So he has 2 chips. Chris Stratt, no. Double D, no. Glenn B, yes. Heidi Jester, yes. Phantomatic, need 4, no. Me, I need 5, yes. All right. G-Puck, 11, no. BR Wells, and that would be 6, so yes. BR Wells is a yes. Okay, now let's do the, there, back, yes, yes. Yes, yes, and then fill in, there we go. All right, now, who's challenging the leader out of the pits? That would be driver number 4, Bobby. And that, do they have, yes, they have it. So the DeLons will move strictly gas. So DeLons passes Bobby, does what they need to take the lead. And so we have a new leader. Okay. So we are in the final stretch for the we're in the final stretch. So unless you're a C grade driver and if there's a problem with now, and if you're not one of the 4 that I mentioned, which is, if you're not Big Don, Bobby, Chris Stratt, or D. Scott right now, and everybody else is D. In the final third, if you're a D driver, you're out of the race. A problem comes up, and if there's a trouble, it's 4 or less. So it's really. So hopefully there's no big problems that arise, because if there's a problem and you're a D grade driver, you are out. All right. Okay, so we are on lap 19, and we will go back down to the race. Right, back down to the race. 5 will be bottom group, and that is 6, and that will be Smart. Right. Bottom group and Smart. So hammer time. They've got Smart. 1, be 4, and that will be odd. They're going after G-Puck. They passed the gas check, but does he have 2 brakes? And this is for, what did I say it was for? It is for control. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is control in the bottom group. So it's not hammer time, it's MP Fox. And he's going after the odd, which would be 4 odd, which would be G-Puck. G-Puck has control, but he doesn't have anything he needed to, and so G-Puck will move back. Okay, MP Fox wins that battle. Right, control Keith Avalon. Let's see what Keith can do. Nope. Paul Gobier. 1, group 3, odd would be David Little, and Paul Gobier wins that, but Dave Little's going to spend the chip to stay where he's at. Okay, and we go to D. Scott Howard. Nope, that's above gas check. Fast Eddie. That would be David Little. He's going after David Little. He's got control, but he doesn't. But he's got a chip, so he's going to spend a chip, stay where he is at. Sean. Okay, passes 1, group 1. That would be even. That would be BR Wells, and that's a 6. So he would automatically win, but he has a chip. So BR Wells will stay where he is at, and we go to Candy. Okay. Group 2, that would be on. That would be Glenn V. 5. She would win that, but he has a chip, and he's gonna use it. Takes us to Amish Elvis. 3. Group 1, on the odd side, I have control, but that's it, but I have a chip, so I'm going to spend the chip to stay where I'm at. Darla. Okay. Group 4, on the odd side, he's got 1, and that's all he needed. Okay, Michael P. 3, 2, and that would be on the odd. That'll be Glenn B. And he has 1, but that's about it. So Michael P will move up, and Glenn B will move back. All right, Ken Castro. Checking control. Nope. Bobby Catalano. Nope. Clinton, Glenn P. No. Papa Rob. Okay, 3. Section 4. That would be MP Fox, 1. And they both have chips, so I think if it's odd, they'll both spend the chips. And it's even, they don't. And that means that I believe Rob won that, so chips were not used in it. Okay. And that takes us to Harris Jessup. Okay. Okay. Section 2, odd. And that will be an automatic. Michael P moves back. Harris Jessup moves up. And that is the end of turn 19. Bobby is our race leader. Okay. We go to lap 20. And that will be a pedal to the metal. And that would be starting at 3. But do we add another dice to it? Yes. So 16 would be double D. Do we add another one? No. So we're checking double D. No. There are no teamies behind, in front or behind. So we're checking Papa Rob. Will he connect? Yes. Will Chris Strapp connect? Yes. Will PJ connect? No. Okay. So going after MP Fox? Yes. Going after Phantomatic? Yes. Going after Dave Little? Yes. Danny and Gray? No. Is there a train wreck? No. So just move them just forward. Okay. And B takes us to the 21st lap. All right, that will be middle group. And that will be 10, will be heat. All right, middle group and heat. It's P-Jet. Okay, going after Rob. Okay, he passes. Rob has 1, does not have heat, so P-Jet will move forward. Okay, MP Fox. He will be going after P-Jet. He's got heat. And what he needs, but P-Jet has a chip, so he'll use it to stay where he's at, which takes us to Chris. No, but he's got a second chance. 2, he would be going after Big Don, and he will pass Big Don. Okay. Danny and Gray. He's got 2 chips, so let's see what happens here. No. So he doesn't, so takes us to Harris Jess, takes us to, and that's it. Nobody else besides Danny and Gray has heat. So Bobby is still our leader. When we go to lap 22. Four will be middle group control. All right, middle group and control. Rob. Okay. 4, that will be Delon's, so he will move up, take Delon's spot. Okay, control MP Fox. After 5, he will go after Rob, and Rob has control, but he doesn't have 4, so MP Fox will take Rob's spot. Oh, wait a minute, not Rob's spot. We'll take Chris Stratt's spot. Okay. Dave Little. We can go after P-Jet, and he will pass P-Jet. Dave Little will pass P-Jet. Okay. Phantomatic. No. Big Don. No, but he gets a second chance. 3 would be David Demos, and he will pass it. They will exchange places. Okay, Papa Rob. Will Papa Rob move up? 111 is a rare result. Okay. 111, so that's the middle group. So he will have to roll for problem here. And being as we're in the final, that basically means that Papa Rob, since he's a D driver, is out of the race. Chip won't help him this time. All right, Chip will not have Papa Rob on that. Okay. And let's do our moves. Will Michael P move up? No. What about JB Gorman? Yes. Right. Everybody else will move up. Right. 41 drivers still in the race. And we have 3 laps to go. Okay. 3 laps to go. Ready. Middle group, 6 will be Smart. Middle group and Smart. JB Gorman? No. DeLongs? 3, and he will not. That one that's not going to cut it. Phantomatic. This will be, we're looking at control. Michael B does not have control, but he does have, Phantomatic's gonna move up. Okay, let's check Harris Jessup. 1, he's going after Big Don. Would have 2, which would be more than enough, but Harris is going to spend the chip to move forward, and Big Don will move back. Mighty Jester. No. Let's see if I can crack the top for the first time. And that will be a no. And finally, BR Wells. No. And that's it for lap 23. Okay, we go to lap 24. Middle group, and that is 9. That will be Reflex. Middle group Reflex. Let's see, that'll be JB Gorman. Oh, and let's check. And being that JB Gorman is a D driver, that means Chip ain't gonna help him. JB Gorman is our next driver out of the race. Okay. And we will have one additional lap to determine our race car champion here. All right. Let's see, does Michael P move up? Yes. Michael P moves up, everybody else moves down. Right. So, last lap after a wreck of sorts. There was a caution flag, which took it to 25, but you can't end in a caution. Oh, that's right. So we will roll one more time, and it will be a pedal to the metal. Let's roll. Number 11 will be Big Don. Will we roll another one? Nope. ID Jester is not a teamie. Danny and Gray is not a teamie. Will Danny and Gray go along for the ride? Yes. What about Double D? Will Double D go along for the ride? Yes. David Demos? No. So those four drivers, wait a minute, those three drivers are going to see if they can crack the top. Will ID Jester? ID Jester's passed. Me? Will they pass me? Yes. Will they pass BR Wells? Yes. Will they crack the top? Yes. MP Fox? Nope. All right. What about Rob? They going for Rob? Yes. Phantomatic? No. Now, are we going to have to roll for escape? Yes or no? Yes. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Being the only one that has to roll is Big Don. The only one that has to roll is Big Don. The other two are eliminated, which means Danny and Gray would be next out. Okay, and then followed by Double D. They are out. Okay. And does he? Let's see here. Does he? He passes the escape. He got the 8, so he moves to 5th. All right. Does David Demos move up? It's 4, so that would be a yes. Oh no, sorry. Michael B. No. P-Jet, yes. Chris Strat, no. D-Longs, yes. Michael P, yes. All right. Let's move these guys up. All right, Tim Trogfan. No. Festus? No. Glenn, yes. Clinton Parks, yeah, no. Bobby, no. Ken Castro, no. Glenn B, no. Darla, yes. Amish Elvis, no. Iron Horse, no. Candy, yes. Candy moved up. Steve R moves up. Sean, no. Fast Eddie, no. Devin OG, yes. D. Scott Howard, no. Paul Govier, no. Keith Avalon, no. G Puck, yes. And finally, Hammer Time. That doesn't count. Yes, Hammer Time will move up, and everybody else will move over. Right. And there is your final in 26 laps. It took 26 laps, but Bob B is your winner. Yes, more racing. I just finished race number 2, and yeah, I would. Yes, I will have to say I have to agree with G Puck. Thank you for all that you've done. Oh, jeez, crud. I just messed up royally. So I'm just going to have to stick these guys. Unfortunately, I'll just have to stick these guys in the back. I know that's not the way they finish, but that's how it's going to be. So, yeah, you did an awesome job with Sports Jester. I will agree with GPEC there. It's we're sad to see you go, but it was a good run. And we wish you well with your board games and your war games and your digital war games and your digital board games and that. And if there's any way that we can help you, please let us know. Yep. But our winner for this race is Bobby, and second is Dave Little, and third is Harris Jessup. And I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back in about 20 minutes. I have to make some changes because there are some people that are in the back that didn't finish there, and I will fix that. And then I am going to have race, that was race 2, and I will have race 3 in about 20, 30 minutes. Basically, how they finished is where they're going to start. So, Rob, sorry, you're not getting the pole position for the third time. Would have been nice, but it's not happening. Yeah, I like the sports games. I'm kind of interested to see your garage sale videos, so to speak. And I would kind of like to see what kind of sports games that you do have up for sale. Um, I don't know. I don't know all the games that you played, but I know that there were a lot of them, and I just hope that they go to people that will use them and do what I do what Rob does, do what our Red Sox fan does with them, and basically use them and play them, and that way the ID Jester we know is kind of kept on. Basically, ID Jester's legacy will live on, and you're going to always live on anyway because you're in the YouTube race league anyway. And I know Rob uses you, I use you, so you're not going to be forgotten. And we will always, at least I will always see you as a sports guy. I do have to say though that I really like you doing the Marvel Champions. That's a game that I'd really like to get, but it's beyond my means. It's too expensive. When you're spending $50 for the set, it gets kind of pricey. I will say that I think that the next game that I get will probably be History Maker Baseball, but I won't get that until there is a stimulus check, or until I can afford it. Which, just like ID Jester, being able to afford something these days is almost impossible. So I'm going to scoot out of here for 20, 30 minutes. I'm going to make some changes to the board. I'll come back and I'll give you the updated results. So until then, guys, take care. And Jester, we wish you well on what you did. And the other thing I want to say is you're right in doing what you did. And that's do the games that you love. If you're not doing the games that you love, then it's not worth it. So we wish you well. You're doing the right thing, Jester. And the other thing is, I want to say is that I hope that the gentleman that you gave your hockey game to, I hope he gives you some credits as being the creator of the game. Other than that, but I just hope he gives you some credit when it is released that you were the creator of the game. So take care, guys. I'll see you in 2030.